Good morning, students. We are reading Poetry in the Age of Revival, 1400 to 1550. So, new court poets. The court poets are the poets appointed for life as an officer of the royal household, formally expected to write poems in celebrations of court and national events. Some of the renowned court poets of the Age of Revivals are discussed below. So, इसमें सबसे पहले हम लोग थॉमस वाइट पढ़ते हैं आज, जिनका जन्म 1503 में हुआ था एंड मृत्यु इनकी जल्दी हो गई थी 1542 में. थॉमस वाइट इज ऑफन कॉल्ड एज द पायनियर ऑफ न्यू इंग्लिश पोएट्री. दिस इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. पायनियर ऑफ न्यू इंग्लिश पोएट्री के नाम से कौन जाने जाते हैं? तो थॉमस वाइट जाने जाते हैं. It was he who introduced the sonnet form in English. White was born at Allington near Maidstone, Kent in 1503. As a boy, he made the acquaintance of a lady, Sir Thomas Boleyn's daughter, and with whom he was rumored to have close relations. However, Boleyn and King Henry VIII married in 1533. So White, devastated, sat down and wrote his famous sonnet, Whose list to hunt? Whose list to hunt? I know where is an hind. For as for me, alas, I may no more. The vain travel hath wearied me so sore. I'm of them that furthest come behind. It may I by no means my wearied mind drop from the deer, but as she fleeth afore. So this is these are the lines of the poem, students. Now let us see further. So during Wyatt's lifetime, none of his poems had been published except for the Court of Venice. His first published work was certain psalms, which were metrical translation of penitential psalms. He died on 11th October 1542. Watt's contribution to English poetry देख लेते हैं, important है. Watt's frequent travels to Italy made him acquainted with the sonnets of Petrarch. It was from Italy that he drew ideas through which English poetry was rejuvenated. Watt translated several of Petrarch's sonnets and brought the Petrarchian sonnet form into English. However, Watt was not a mere translator or imitator of the works of an already great writer. Watt took Petrarch's form and words as a basis to represent his own culture and his own world. He used artificial love themes and Petrarchian conceits in this poetry, but departed from Petrarch in his rhyme schemes. Petrarch's sonnets are consisted of an octave rhyming ABBA, followed after a turn by a sestet with various rhyme schemes. However, his poems never ended in a rhyming couplet. White employed the Petrarchian octave, but his most common sestet scheme was CDCEE. This marked the beginning of an exclusively English contribution to sonnet structure, that is, 3 quatrains and a closing couplet. In addition to imitations of works by the classical writers Seneca and Horace, he experimented in stanza forms including the rondua, epigrams, terza rima, ottava rima, songs, satires, and also with the monorhyme. Triplets with reference, quatrains with different length of line and rhyme schemes, quatrains with chords, and the French forms of Dogagine and Tragine. According to Claude Rasson, Wyatt adapted and invested new modes, both formal and intellectual, and helped in renovations of poetry. In words of David Diarchis, it is with Thomas Wyatt that modern English poetry can be seen to begin. This is all about the Thomas Wyatt. It's extremely important, students, and I have tried my best to explain you. Thank you. Next thing in the next video.